There is a persistent assumption in e-commerce that scale demands a sacrifice. You can offer a massive catalog or maintain lightning-fast performance, but you cannot do both because the sheer avalanche of data eventually crushes the system. Strand Books built a cultural legacy operating under the banner of 18 miles of books. Expanding that physical density into a digital storefront meant cataloging rare, new, and used titles on an industrial scale. This chart puts that scale into perspective. While a typical enterprise store might manage tens of thousands of SKUs, Strand Books actively hosts a dataset of 4.7 million individual products. Every one of those records requires constant updates. Factor in sudden high traffic spikes during pre-order events and the complex integration of third-party operational tools, and the demand on the server skyrockets. When an inventory scales faster than its underlying infrastructure, the resulting pressure eventually fractures the entire buying process. The site becomes an active barrier to revenue. During peak sales events, the legacy platform buckled under the weight of its own traffic. This diagram maps out exactly where the failure occurred. High volumes of simultaneous user requests and back-end updates funneled into a single choke point. The database would lock up under the strain, resulting in silent order failures right at the point of checkout. Attempting to update a catalog of this size pushed the infrastructure past its limits. Because the system processed catalog updates in massive, unoptimized monolithic blocks, the indexing pipeline stalled entirely. Simultaneously, the multi-source inventory data fragmented. Real-time stock levels across the basal system, Ingram, and the physical in-store registers failed to sync, leading to severe discrepancies between what was listed online and what was actually on the shelf. These failures reveal a hard truth about enterprise platforms. Latency and crashes at this scale cannot be solved by simple page speed tweaks. They are the direct result of a structural architecture that cannot process its own operations. To stop the collapse, the agency Rave Digital stepped in to rebuild the underlying Magento architecture for high availability. They started at the perimeter. By implementing Cloudflare edge caching and HA proxy load balancing, they successfully intercepted traffic surges and distributed the request load, keeping the core origin servers fully protected during peak demand. This animation illustrates their solution for the data flow. They introduced a decoupled queue architecture using RabbitMQ, which took the chaotic, colliding updates and routed them into clean, isolated parallel queues for products and inventory. To unblock the catalog processing, they drastically reduced the indexing batch sizes from 100,000 massive items down to 30,000 highly manageable packets. This reorganization stabilized the entire communication layer, allowing the platform to smoothly execute over 200,000 real-time data sync operations every single day. Isolating the data layers and pacing the processing limits system friction. It ensures that no matter how heavily users tax the front end, the back-end transaction data remains completely reliable. With the underlying Magento architecture finally stabilized, Strand Books could confidently deploy the complex omni-channel features their customers actually wanted. They rolled out a seamless mixed cart checkout. A customer could now place a single order containing items for immediate in-store pickup, alongside rare books requiring direct shipping, with the unified inventory system routing it flawlessly. They fully integrated Valitech gift cards, allowing users to buy a card at a physical register in New York and immediately apply that exact balance to an online cart. They also introduced heavy-duty operational logic, including automated billing for their recurring book hookup subscriptions and a curated book-by-foot bulk purchasing option. A frictionless customer experience relies entirely on predictable data. When the back-end systems communicate in real time without bottlenecks, complex purchasing behavior feels effortless to the end user. Rebuilding the back-end created a fast, functional store, but transitioning a legacy site to a new Huva architecture carries massive inherent risk. If search engines drop your multi-million product catalog from their index, your organic revenue disappears overnight. Rave Digital executed an end-to-end technical SEO strategy alongside the migration to ensure that the massive, newly stabilized catalog remained highly visible. This visualization represents the crawl process. The team proactively fixed historical crawl issues, mapped highly specific redirects, and optimized canonicals across all 4.7 million pages, clearly illuminating the updated structure for search engine bots. The strategy worked. They protected the existing keyword rankings while improving overall crawl efficiency by 40%, directly leading to a 37% increase in indexed pages. Building the most scalable e-commerce platform in the world holds zero commercial value if your millions of dynamically generated product pages remain invisible to the buyers searching for them. Look at the operational performance numbers achieved post-migration. Database deadlocks dropped from hundreds per week to absolute zero. The platform maintained 100% uptime through peak events, and overall site speed increased by 68%. That stability translates directly to the bottom line. Strand Books saw a 133% growth in total online revenue, driven by a 196% increase in conversion rates, and fueled by a massive 251% spike in non-branded organic clicks. Scale does not require compromise. By resolving data friction at the architectural level, enterprise merchants can manage multi-million item catalogs and complex integrations, while delivering a flawless, high-speed customer experience. You can explore the exact mechanics of this transformation by reading the full Strand Books case study linked below. Discover how to turn your legacy store into a high-performance growth engine and start your Magento audit today.